Hey, how's everyone doing? This is Oz with Oz Mechanics, and on today's video, we got this 2020 Dodge Charger right behind me. So the issue with this Dodge Charger, it was at a body shop, and they did some repairs to it, and after that, it wouldn't turn on. So they took it to one shop, and after that, he replaced a couple of modules, and it's still not turning on. So how about in today's video, we try to fix up this car and give this vehicle back to the customer. All right, so we're inside the vehicle right now, and let me show you one thing. This is what I came to when I saw this vehicle. As you can see right there, they have a used module right here. They have the original one, and if we zoom in a little bit more, that right there, our green little thing right there, that's our star connector. All right, so they have that kind of all disassembled. As we can see, the shop was saying is after they did the repairs, the vehicle ran when it got there, but after they did the repairs, I have the key on the run position, as you can see. So it was just kind of making a dinging noise when I first got in here. So as you can see, we have our key inside, but once you try to, you see how it says press brake and then push button start? That's all it does. It just does not do anything. All right. The thing is, when the shop actually got the codes, they told me that I had a bunch of communication codes, VIN mismatch, and so on. That happens whenever they removed that. And once they cleared it, now they noticed that it didn't have that many codes. So this is where we're going to go into this. What we're going to be using today is going to be our Alto 909. And you got to realize on these Dodges right here, they have what's called a secure gateway. And if you want to know why they have a secure gateway, I'm going to put a link up above, because someone actually hacked into one of these vehicles and they caused a lot of drama. So what Dodge ended up doing, they said, you know what, we don't want anyone to mess around with our vehicles, so we're going to put a secure gateway. And to get through the secure gateway, you need basically what's called auto auth. So as you can see right here, we're going to go into the scan tool, but then it's going to tell us, hey, you can't go any further until you have authority to get in. All right, as you can see right here. So we're going to go to change, and then we got to go to auto auth. So I'm not going to show you my password, so we're going to skip to the section where we actually show you topology. All right, so now we made it to the topology. Let's do our fault scan and let's see what we get. Awesome. So now what I like to do is go to our report. So now this is all done. So we're going to go to report. All right, as you can see, we have an ambient air temperature sensor, control high. And if we zoom in right there, we can see that it is dash. So there's no temperature reading. And then let's see what else we have. Lost communication, ESM. Brake pedal position sensor, short circuit to ground. And what else do we have? Nothing too crazy, just low voltage. ESM, lost communication to ESM, electronic shift modules. But as we can see right there, we can see that it's on park, okay? But this is a crazy one right here. Brake pedal position sensor circuit short to ground. If it doesn't know that we're pressing our brake, because as you can see right here, what does it say? Press brake and push button to start. So we can try it again. We're pushing our brake, as you can see right here. We're pushing our brake. We're gonna start, and nothing. All right, let's do a quick little test on this brake pedal position sensor. And if we go to our ABS side, go live data, brake pedal status, release. I was pressing it right now. Let's do this in graph. It doesn't have graph, but we're just gonna show this one by itself. And I don't know if you can see my foot. See, my foot is moving, but it's still showing is released. Now let's try another quick test real quick. So what I want to do is, because I am a one person shop right here, let's get a stick and we're gonna push our brake pedal, and then we're gonna see if our lights are turning on, because right now if we look right here, they are not turning on. All right, so let's get a stick and let's see what we find. As you can see, now it's depressed, but as you can see right here, we are still released. Now let's check our brakes, and they are still not on. All right, now what we need to do is probably get a wiring diagram and see exactly what is allowing us to turn on the brake pedal or whatever, and then go from there. So let's go to our wiring diagram, Mitchell, and see what we can find out. All right, awesome. So today we're going to be using ProtoMan, and as you can see, we're looking at a wiring diagram for our ABS system right here. So we're going to what we're going to be looking for right now, we're going to go to our brake pedal sensor. So if we go down, we can go down here, and we're going to see our brake pedal travel sensor. So this brake pedal travel sensor right here has 3 wires. So we have our sense feed, which is going to be our battery positive. We're going to have our sense return, which is going to be our ground, and then we have our sense signal. That's going to allow us to show our module if the brake pedal is being pressed on or is being released. So this is going to be on this side. So now what we want to verify, where are these going to? So the ground side, as you can see, is a dark green and orange, 17 right here, and a dark green and yellow, 3. And if we move to this side, the dark green and orange, which is our ground, is going to be going back to our ABS module, and our dark green and yellow as well is going to be going back to our ABS module. So now the question is, do we have good powers and grounds? And as well, what are we going to be looking for on our power side? That's something that does not state on here, so we got to actually find our issue and then see what we find. So let's go back to the vehicle, and hopefully we can figure this out. All right, so we are where the brake pedal position sensor is going to be at, and if we go down here, here is our brake pedal position sensor. Could that just be the issue? Highly doubt it. Remember, this was at a body shop. So what I want to do, remember, is a 3-wire sensor. We have what is our dark green and yellow, I think dark green and brown, and dark green and orange. So we have a multimeter. Remember, there's a power, ground, and a signal. So we can kill 2 birds with 1 stone, and we can hook up our positive lead on the multimeter to the power, negative lead to the ground, and see what we get right there. So let's hook that up real quick and let's see what we find out. So we have our multimeter right here, 2 pins right there. So let's hook this up. So let's see what we find right here. All right, there's our power side. Make sure it doesn't fall down. Let's get our ground. All right, cool. So now we have our powers and grounds. Let's see our multimeter and see what we get. Oh, all right, so we have 4 volts and it's bouncing around. All right, now remember, this is all powered up by the ABS module. All right, so as you can see, it's bouncing around. Let's go over here to the front. I want to do a visual inspection, so I just want to lay this right there. As you can see, 4 volts, and as you can see, this looks like it's been hit, and there's a crack right there. So I just want to move this around, see if we get anything. Still same. And it seems like someone was here before, but I don't want to disturb that right now. 4 volts. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to do a wiggle test because that is staying right there. So what we can do, this runs from here to there, all the way back here, and then it goes into our firewall. and I'm moving this and still nothing. Nothing. And then if we go back here, as you can see, it branches off from there to here, and then it goes from back here to inside. All right, so I can clearly see, you see that rust stain right there? It looks like there it was hit. Oh, look at this. 0 volts now. Look at that. And every time we move it, our voltage starts to move. Yep. Man, and we'll give it away, like I said. You see that right there? There's a nice little hit right here because that back part looks kind of old, and then this frame right there looks like it's a new frame. All right, cool. So what I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and remove this coil wire here. Once I can remove that, I'm going to have more access to there, and then we can start looking at the wires. So let's try to see if we can get this vehicle on. This is kind of cool. Like I said, I didn't want to really go for the other stuff. This was in a wreck, so we're thinking of stuff outside the box on what else it can be. That's how you got to approach these. But if we saw right here, that is cracked right there. Can there be more issues? Let's fix this up first, and let's see what we find out. Hopefully we can get a little bit further into this, and hopefully we can get this vehicle running. But that's kind of cool. Just right in there, we have this wiring that's completely tore up. Man, look at that. That's awesome. All right, let's go in there and let's see what we find. All right, so now we have this off right here, and now we can see a lot better. And check this out, man, it literally ate up everything. How many wires? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wires. I think our green and so I think what we're seeing, we weren't seeing the voltage of the actual sensor right here. We're backfeeding from another sensor, so these were probably touching. Yeah, these were probably touching, and that's what we're getting. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and fix this up right here, and then after that we're gonna retest this, and hopefully we should get a running car. So let me do this right here, and let's try to see what we can get. This is gonna be fun. Oh God. Jesus. Okay. All right, so we have this finished. As you can see, we have our solder station right here, and check out these wires. So these wires have been soldered, ready to go. Now what we got to verify, let's see if everything's good. Let's see if this car is going to turn on. I've been waiting for this. All right, first and foremost, we have our voltmeter right here. So what I want to do, remember I was bouncing around, I want to see what kind of voltage it has, and all I want to do right here is just kind of go on the accessory mode or on position and see what we get. So we're gonna press this and look at that. All right, so we're in accessory, 5 volts. This is awesome. Okay, cool stuff right here. Now we're gonna go ahead and turn this on, and look at that. Awesome. All right, this vehicle turns on now. Everything looks pretty good. I am one happy person. I did notice that the ambient sensor is still not working. Like I said, that might just be that the sensor was taken off whenever this was in a wreck, but we're not sure. So there you go. This is pretty awesome. So you can see 5 volts right there. Okay, hold up. I thought this video was over, but look at this right here. What the heck? Okay, I just tested this out. As you can see, this is the brake pedal, and I'm not pressing it. And it says right there, press brake pedal and press the start button. But look, I'm just gonna press the start button without pressing the brake pedal, and she turns on. What is going on? Let's hook up our. Let's hook up this. Let's see what we find out on this. What the heck? So, one thing that this vehicle has, if I'm not mistaken, it has a brake pedal calibration. Let's try to see what's going on right here. I want to kind of put this side by side. Alright, so we're going to go to live data. As you can see my foot right there. I'm going to be pressing it. Now the brake status is always pressed, and I'm not pressing it at all. Like right now, you see I'm trying to press it to see if it can change, but nothing is going on. Let's see if it has that special function. Brake pedal calibration. Okay, this feature will calibrate the brakes, so do not apply the brake pedal. Brake pedal calibration passed. Okay. Alright. That was kind of scary right there. Luckily we caught that. That would have been pretty bad if we sent it off that way. Alright, so brake pedal released. You see, nothing's on. And let's give this a shot. There you go. Alright, so now let's verify. Let's see that it doesn't turn on again. Okay, awesome. Now let's press our brake pedal at the same time. Here it goes. Bam. There you go. That's it. Alright, so we found out that this is actually 5 volts sending out from the ABS module. There is a cut. Now this vehicle starts. Now we have it all ready and go. So there you go. If you do like this video, what do y'all think? They changed out some modules, wasn't it? When you think about it, remember, always think outside the box. This was at a body shop after they replaced it, but remember, normally they tell us stuff, and you know we got to try to figure it out. So this came from a body shop, and then after that they said that it didn't start anymore. We'll see where they did the repairs, and hopefully it was right there. So there you go. If you do like this video, please put a big thumbs up, and don't forget to hit that little notification bell to get our brand new videos coming out from Miles Mechanics. Y'all take care. Y'all have a nice day. Goodbye.